At 6 years old, doctors said he'd never walk again. At 30, he ran his first marathon. This is not just a story of recovery, it's a story of unstoppable human will. His name, Michael Carter. Born with a rare spinal condition that made walking nearly impossible. Surgeries, wheelchairs, physical therapy that made him scream in pain. Doctors gave up hope. Classmates teased him. Even he began to believe he'd never stand on his own 2 feet. While others played outside, Michael sat by the window, wondering what it felt like to run, to be free, to move without fear or pain. But somewhere inside him, a voice kept whispering, "You were made to move, don't stop trying." At 12, Michael met a physical therapist who didn't see limits, only possibilities. She looked him in the eyes and said, "We're going to walk, one step at a time." The first time he stood, he collapsed. But he stood again, and again. For years, progress was slow, but Michael didn't care. He celebrated every inch gained like a victory. A few steps turned into a shuffle became a slow walk, and then, at 17 years old, Michael took his first solo walk. No crutches. "No help," he cried. So did his mother. But walking wasn't enough. He wanted to run. People laughed. "You barely learned how to walk, and now you want to run." Yes, because the moment he felt his feet move freely, he knew he'd never stop. Michael trained in secret. Late nights, early mornings, 1 block, 2 blocks, a mile. His legs screamed, his lungs burned, but his heart was louder than the pain. At 30 years old, Michael stood at the starting line of the New York City Marathon. Not as a patient, not as a miracle, but as a runner. 6.2 miles of sweat, pain, joy, and history. When he crossed the finish line, thousands cheered, not because he won the race, but because he finished it. A man who once couldn't walk. Now runs with purpose. Subscribe now to The Unseen Journey, because stories like Michael's remind us that the impossible is often just the untried. Michael now runs marathons around the world. He speaks in schools, hospitals, and rehab centers. His message, it's not about how fast you go, it's about never giving up on the steps you're still capable of taking. Share your story below, or tag someone who needs to hear this today. Like, comment, and share this video. Let's spread hope.